Tiger tank. It was big and it was powerful and it fit the ideal of the Nazi Superman. So this vehicle epitomized the German army and Germany in that it was big and it was powerful.
In late 1942, frontline units received their new wonder weapon, equipped with the most lethal tank gun in existence, the 88mm. It would not take long to discover if the Tiger proved to be the battle-winning tank that Hitler so badly wanted. The incredible triumphs of the German army during the first 3 years of war had shown the Panzer divisions to be Hitler's best shock troops. The Panzer's spirit of determination, cunning and cool-bloodedness had ensured rapid victory on the battlefield. Panzer generals such as Erwin Rommel and Heinz Guderian had become legendary figures. Along with the fighter pilot, the Panzer trooper in his dashing black uniform and Death's Head badges was Germany's new superhero. Elfried Rubel was eager to join the Panzers when war broke out in 1939.
Panzers were seen as elite troops in the army, which was expressed simply through our black uniform. We were certainly proud. We were young men, after all.
When the Tiger tank was first introduced in 1942, only the best crews were selected. They were the elite of the elite.
Crews for the Tiger were recruited exclusively from experienced soldiers who had already served in other tank units during the war. Our training commenced with theory in the lecture hall, followed soon afterwards with practical on the actual machine.
So eine gute Maschine soll natürlich gepflegt werden, gereinigt, gepflegt. Also, behandeln Sie ihn wie Ihren Augapfel.
Instructors explained the Tiger's advanced technology, using pamphlets about the care and maintenance each trooper was expected to carry out. The five-man crew trained together, familiarizing themselves with the tank until they understood every aspect of their new weapon. They particularly welcomed the superior protection the Tiger offered its crew. With nearly 4 inches of frontal and over 3 inches of side and rear armor, it was the world's most heavily armored tank.
My first impression, I was disappointed. It was a dinosaur, not an elegant vehicle as I had imagined. I expected it to be like the T-34. However, when we got to know and learn how to apply its power, it became the superior tank on any battlefield to the end of the war.
German tank designers were always searching for a bigger and better gun capable of dealing with enemy tanks.
The 88mm gun was superior to any other gun at that time. So was the technology for targeting the gun, with the turret-turning mechanism. The gunner stood with his foot on 2 rockers. If he pressed his foot forwards, the turret would turn to the right. And if he pressed it backward, it turned to the left.
In training, gunners and loaders were timed with a stopwatch and only passed if they completed their tasks within a set number of seconds. Some of the top crews were even trained by Luftwaffe instructors, experts on the 88mm gun. The radio operator sat next to the driver and manned the forward machine gun located in a ball mounting on the offside of the front armor plate.
The machine guns were used primarily to fight off enemy infantry and anti-tank guns that were very close, keeping their crews' heads down.
Tiger tank drivers were selected with great care.
You need a certain degree of ambition to drive the thing, a certain level of technical understanding and some intelligence. Some people were afraid and claustrophobic in the tank, but you couldn't have that. The driver had to be calm, which had a positive effect on the rest of the crew.
The Tiger had 8 forward and 4 reverse gears, but its huge weight made steering difficult. So Henschel developed power steering, and for the first time, a steering wheel instead of levers was used to maneuver a tank.
Because of the power steering, you could basically steer the Tiger with one finger, and the half-automatic gear shift was also much better than any other tank that we had.
The initial role for the heavy Tiger tank was to be the iron fist of the Panzer divisions, punching a hole in enemy lines. A Panzer division, the cornerstone of German strategy, usually consisted of a Panzer regiment, about 200 tanks, divided into 3 battalions. Each division had 2 Panzer Grenadier regiments, highly trained infantry, to support the tanks. In addition, there were artillery, engineers, anti-aircraft guns, and numerous support troops. The total number of men varied from 10 to 15,000, depending on the campaign. Tiger tanks were usually grouped into heavy companies and attached to divisions.
Each fighting company had 14 Tigers. And then in each company we had vehicles for maintenance troops, company vehicles for logistics, fuel provisions, ammunition supply, food, and so on.
Fuel is the lifeblood of tanks, and with the Tiger consuming 2.5 gallons per mile, the all-important fuel trucks were never far away.
The Tiger is an engineering marvel. The vulnerability, though, is not the tank. It's everything that goes with it. It's the ammunition truck. It's the fuel browser that goes along with this. You attack that, the tank is useless.
Tiger units often included light and medium tanks, such as the Mark IIIs and IVs. These tanks were needed to perform numerous duties for which the Tiger was not suited, like scouting and escort duties. This left the Tiger to do what it did best, destroying the enemy at long range. The Tiger tank, with its highly trained crews, was ready for combat. Its sheer size and appearance, together with its large, deadly gun, was about to make the Tiger a legend. The first Tiger tanks, with their highly trained crews, made their debut in action on the Russian front in late 1942.